Well, hello there, friends and family. We're back again. Now, what I'd like to say is, this is one of those videos I had no plans of making. Not one. Today's Sunday. And, December the 8th. And for those of you who follow the channel and watched and saw my last video where I was promoting community. Not only community, I was also promoting giving. And I'll also talk to you a little bit about my ability to receive, as well as you don't have to have thousands of people to help you out and save you. You just have to have that one special person that's there when you need them in your time of need. So with all that said, I did that over in the deep woods on an old homestead that used to be there. And yet, yesterday, I hiked on in there, and I hiked on back out. It was close to getting dark. Late in the afternoon, you might say. It's not that it's all that far, but it's a little bit hard to get to with all the brambles and underbrush and shrubbery. But anyway, I made myself back. Came on in the house, as y'all saw. And I decided, well, before I sit down and do anything, I'll go ahead and set up the GoPro to upload to my computer. And then I need to go and get me some hamburger buns. Something simple as that. I checked the fridge and found, well, I need some milk too. Trixie. She's got to have her milk. Grabbed my keys and my wallet and came out here to my little old truck. The one I bought about a month or so back. Because unfortunately, my Focus started having a intermittent starting problem. One that I've spent, oh God, many hours, hundreds probably, trying to figure out the problem. And it's still not the most dependable. So I don't like to take it very far. Don't like to cut it off. I'll take it. If it starts right here in the drive, I'll take it and drive it. I'll leave it running while I go do things. Well, that's not very economical, and I'm not made of money. But anyway, I jumped in my little old truck and drove on down here about 3 blocks to a convenience store we got here at the corner. Ran on in, and I got me those buns and a little quart of milk. It wasn't even $5 worth of stuff. And I was standing there getting ready to pay for it. A young lady come running on in, saying there was another woman out there in a big black Avalanche Chevy that just backed up in some little bitty small black truck. Well, y'all, I knew there was only one black truck in that parking lot. Little one, and that was mine. And I knew that lady had just backed up in mine. So I told the cashier, keep my stuff to the side and let me go out and see what was up. And she was trying to leave. I walked up to her truck and I said, ma'am, don't leave. Don't make this any more difficult than we have to. Just sit there a minute and let me check out the damage. She went ahead and turned off her truck. She was already on her smartphone. I don't have one of those. I just got a little old flip phone. And I went back to see what damage there was to the truck. Let me take you over here to the little old truck and show you. For those of you who follow the channel, I bought this little old truck. It's 1998. It's 21 years old, but it was in good condition. It's got a few scratches, scrapes, but the only body damage it had was one little bitty dent over there on the left side of the bed. What the woman did, she backed up, wasn't even watching, probably on her smartphone, and scratched fender there. But as you can see, that fender's peeled away, that bumper, away from the fender. And it's hard to see here, but that's indented in too. You can see the scrapes right here. So she backed into that, and bent it out away from the fender there. Now, like I say, little old truck, didn't have any damage on it. I mean, it's got scrapes and scratches, and that's just all part of it. The only damage it really had is right here. That dent right there. That's all it had. Yeah, the paint's peeling off. It's got a cracked dash. Paint on the hood's cracking. But overall, the body on this little old truck was in prime condition. And hence why went ahead and said, go ahead and buy it. It was only $2,400. And since I've had it, about, I guess what, month and a half, it's cranked up and ran every time I wanted it. And it's allowed me to get things, get parts, batteries, starters, and whatever that I've needed to work on a little Focus. Now I'm sure you're like others, you're gonna say, well, Mr. Tom, you got a yard full of cars. And yeah, I got a little white Mustang here, my pony. She's looking a little distressed. Got a GT sitting over here. And then of course, up there in the carport, as you can see behind the Focus, I got another GT. Each one of these cars has a severe problem. And one that takes a whole lot of time and a whole lot of effort to repair. Because each and every last one of them, all three Mustangs, are electrical. And I'm a qualified mechanic as well as an engineer. And if you know anything about cars and mechanics, you'll know an electrical problem, especially what they call phantom electrical problem or ghost electrical problem, can be one of the most costliest and hardest to find. Why? Because it just don't always happen. The Mustangs, like the little white one here, sometimes it'll start, sometimes not. And that's the problem with the little Focus. Sometimes it'll start, sometimes it won't. The black Mustang sitting in the carport there, it had a cowl leak. And during a tremendous storm, the water poured in it, shorted out parts of the dash, the heater, blower, and other things. There it sits too. Now the bronze one sitting over here, it also has a phantom electrical problem. Now all three of these Mustangs have a short in them. Lord knows I spent hours trying to find it, and it's got down to this. I just have to trace each wire all along the frame, firewall, engine compartment, and finally find wherever the short is. Hence why I bought a little old truck. Truck allowed me to go get parts. Allowed me to have something here that was dependable. Now I need something dependable because of my health issues. And I need something that I could easily work on. Now, I worked on these little S10s for many years. I have another one sitting over in the yard. It's 99. It's actually newer than this one. And you might say, well, why didn't you fix that one, Mr. Tom? Well, why I didn't fix it? Because it has severe problems too. It had a heater core burst in it. And, yep, shorted out dash. Such is life. But, you know, I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. This little old truck was a good little old truck. Still is. And this right here, ain't no big deal. But with all that said, back to the young lady that's sitting in that old beat up Avalanche. It's missing some trim. Had more than enough bits of bumps and bruises and bends. And you can tell she was rattled. She really just wanted to get on out of there. And I looked at her. But I looked across from her. And there was a little bitty girl. Probably wasn't more than 3 or 4 in her car seat. You know, I could see that woman's hand shaking. And that. So I knew something wasn't just quite right. And I asked her. I said, ma'am, got your driver's license, insurance? Of course, she assured me yes. But she didn't get it out, though. She didn't offer it. I said, okay. And I kept looking at the little blonde-haired girl sitting in her car seat on the passenger side. And I didn't know where this young lady and her child lived. And I would know when I followed them out of there. Not because I wanted to follow them, because they were going to go back in the neighborhood, same neighborhood I live in. But anyway, I told her I looked at the damage. And I said, well, see, here's my point. Here's what I'm getting at. Here's where the test was. You know, I did that video about community, giving and receiving, and the only one to be there in your time of need. And her upper lip's trembling. Oh, I knew something wasn't right. Probably most likely. She either didn't have a license, didn't have insurance, or she didn't have either. She's just trying to get by with life. Got her little girl there. So I went back, looked at the damage again. And granted, I was upset. Mainly because of the little old truck, other than that one dent, didn't have any damage. You know what, folks? You know what? Let me show you. This is just a thing. All it does is it gets me to where I want to go. Just like any of the others that got me where I wanted to go when they would. It's not a badge of who I am. You know, I don't need no big old SUV. I don't need to sit above anybody else. They're just things. That lady, her little girl, you see, they're people. They have their own problems, their own issues, and I don't know what all drove it. But as she sat there trembling, I pondered everything. I remember, you know, just an hour ago I walked out of the woods. I was talking about community. I was talking about giving, receiving, and the fact that I give, and I hope others will, not based on someone's need or their lifestyle, but based on the fact that they need it at the time and it made me feel good. Herein lies the test. Now, I didn't think it was coming that soon, but I truly believe that this was a test to see if what I said and what I put out on the internet that has the potential to go worldwide was actually what I meant. I stopped for a minute, thought some more, and then I walked back up to the young lady. And she was still trembling, her upper lip quivering. The little girl looking down at her lap, and I said, "Ma'am, it's not that much damage. It's just an old pickup. Now, granted, it wasn't hurt before. You did hit it. Looking at your truck, for whatever reason, this ain't the first time. But do me a favor, going forward." She said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Remember to always look in those rear view mirrors and see where you're going before you go. Because unlike me, the next person may not be so forgiving. I don't see no need to call the police. No need to get the insurance companies involved. It'll be just fine. You and your little girl there, y'all have a good day. And remember this day, in case something like this happens to you." "Yes, sir." She bowed her head and kept nodding. I said, "Y'all take care. God bless you." And I walked on back to the truck. Now I'm going to tell you, my heart was a little bit sore because it's a pretty good old truck. Comes to the point if it's just a thing. Remember that, people. Remember that with your children, your wives, your aunts, your uncles, your friends. Don't put things ahead of people. Can't bury you with them. You can't take them up to meet God. They'll be here rusting away, rotting away, long after you passed. Always bear that in mind. And the most important thing is, always remember, before you open your mouth and state who you are, what you're all about, and what you're going to do, just like I did on that last video about community, about giving, there may be a test afterwards, and you just never know when. Mine was an hour after I did that video. And that's why I thought this was so important. To not only share with you, share with my children. And it comes under the heading, this is a video that I never planned. So y'all take it to heed. Use what I've said as you want. Maybe some of you will heed it, maybe some won't. And I'm sure, as always, in the comments, I'll get some crap. God knows the last video, I got a few there too. But you know, I've learned now on YouTube, the internet, don't let a few drag you down. Let the many build you up. With that said, I got Cleo here, all in my feet, wanting to say hi. So let Cleo say hi so she can get on eat. Cleo, Cleo, what you doing, girl? What you doing? You just want some loving, don't you? Oh, you gonna give me love kisses? Cleo. Oh yeah. You Papa's girl. You are. You are. You are. You Papa girl. You happy kitty? You know, I love you too. You part of the family, right? Yep, right you are. For God's sakes. Don't let Trix see you rubbing all over me. You know how she is. But maybe she'll warm up to you soon, okay? Come on. The old man gotta go in. Let's see. Yep, you got water, you got food. That's good food. That's gravy crunchies or something. She does love it. Oh yeah, look here. Not sure y'all can see through the screen door. Trix. What? What? It's just Cleo. Now why don't you be nice? She's just a little kitty. She could be your sister. No, huh? You ain't happy, y'all. Come on, Trix. Trix, it's time of the season to be giving. Aren't you gonna be giving? No. Why? Cleo loves you. Well, y'all, I'm gonna head on in and upload this video for you. There's a lesson here. Always remember, before you open your mouth and say something, make sure you mean it. Because there may be a test at the end. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. Till I see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.